present on behalf of Manson High School, Omar Garcia, Escoto Garcia.
I haven't presented in a while, so we'll see how this goes. Okay, so starting off with my accomplishments, I'm proud to say that this year I'll be graduating with over 45 college credits. I was able to take Running Start this year, and I have some of the courses that I've taken right here. One of my favorite being EW Public Speaking, which I actually took here at the high school with Mr. Fournier, and I'll tell you a little bit more about that later. Another accomplishment I have is Operation Butterfly. I did that with my friend Griselda. Her and I took a directed studies class, which is a class where you independently study whatever you want in order to get an elective or a graduation credit out of the way. And we decided to get a science credit, or to do a science credit. And so we tracked the migration patterns of monarch butterflies, and we were able to order some painted lady butterflies in order to see how similar they are and the important role they play in our environment. And from that, we ended up getting a science credit that counted towards our graduation. And then I also got my seal of biliteracy, which will help me find a job where I can talk both in English and Spanish. That'll help me out with that. I've also worked all 4 years while in high school. I've maintained either one job or to 3 jobs at a time, even while doing Running Start, which is something I'm also really proud of. And then this year, for community contributions, I was the Apple Blossom Pizza escort with my friend May. She asked me about 7 years ago in 6th grade when she was going to run for Queen her senior year if I would be her escort, and here we are, almost 7 years later. And she got Queen, so. And then another thing is High Trek Chelan Chaperone. There I got to chaperone for both the 6th and 7th grade field trip. And there we got to do team bonding exercises and make sure kids were safe on the course. And I had my little sister with me as well. Then my internship and networking interview. So for my internship, I did my internship at the Center for Alcohol and Drug Treatment with my friend Lisette. There we learned about how mental disorders and drug abuse and substance use go hand in hand together, and you can't treat them separately, and help me realize that I want to go into some sort of counseling. And then I also had my interview with a social worker, Mr. John Laughlin. He opened up to me about what he had seen working for CPS and made me realize that I really wanted to go into a career in therapy or counseling as well. As for my next steps, I still plan to finish my next year and get my AA at WBC. I also, after that, want to transfer to a 4-year university and major in psychology to become a therapist. And then I put my career here. But before I get to that, I want to give thanks to my parents. Mis padres, les quiero dar las gracias por todo su apoyo y sacrificio que han hecho por mí. Yo sé que han pasado los dos por momentos muy difíciles, pero aún así ustedes se levantaban cada mañana con esfuerzo y ánimo para seguir dando su mejor esfuerzo y darnos amor incondicional. Gracias a ustedes, soy un buen trabajador y una persona fuerte. Sounds on.
So don't grow up too fast. Don't live in the past. As long as you never change who you are, I'll know that in your heart living for. Oh.
So for gratitude, I want to thank Mrs. Code. She's been a great mentor these past 4 years. She's always made me get my stuff in on time, even though I would turn in late, just like this presentation. She would constantly nag me about my grades, but she kept me on top of everything, and was a really great mentor. And then I'd also like to thank Ms. Sorensen. She is one of the most amazing math teachers I've ever met. I absolutely hated math throughout all of middle school and high school until I took her class last year, her algebra 1 and 2. she helped me understand math and actually like to learn math, and she even helped me figure out my pre-calculus, which I ended up dropping later in running start, and provided us with some utilities and calculators even when she didn't have to. And then I'd also like to thank Ms. Verheda. She's been a massive help for me filling out scholarships. She's helped me put out a couple scholarships, put them together last minute. And any questions I ever had, I could always text her and she would always get back to me, and like Niagara probably late at night. And before I thank you all, I'd like to show an extra clip at the end. It'll play. This is one of my favorite parts of Mr. Fournier's public speaking class that I was talking about earlier. It'll play. Will it not play? Try clicking.
I'm not sure.